The Street Corner Soapbox. The Street Corner Soapbox with Falso and Willin. Podcast takeover. We're making a killing. Music to nightlife. Debauchery and street news. Serving it hot. We are some street news, movies and mayhem. The craziest guests. Word from chaos. Get it off our chest. Rhode Island, worldwide. Dark corners in all places. Speak how we live. Radio show. Smoking aces. Ladies and gents, for the people we're talking. Take the show on the road. Right where you're walking. Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Street Corner Soapbox Podcast coming to you live.
That's right, boys and girls. Street Corner Soapbox. Now, we all know during this crazy time with the pandemic, businesses are struggling. So we're here to support local businesses, and we need your help to do so also.
That's right. So subscribe to our Patreon, become a member to help support the show, and receive exclusive episodes and bonus content, as well as discounts on merch. That's patreon.com/streetcorner_soapbox2020.
Follow us on our website, streetcornersoapbox.com.
That's right, boys and girls. Street Corner Soapbox. I'm back with my brother, Lord Willin.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What up, what up, what up?
Not much, man. Got a good guest on today.
We got the Truth in the house tonight.
Straight out of Staten Island. Truth, what's going on, bro?
Yo, Shaolin, stand up.
No doubt, brother. Good to have you on, man. How you doing out there?
It's crazy, just running around trying to make moves every day. Cause,
I hear you.
I don't know when the city's gonna open back up. So
yeah.
it's tough,
How's Staten Island doing with the whole COVID?
They say the numbers are bad. I had it. I had COVID.
Oh,
My
yeah?
family had it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't lose my taste. I didn't lose my smell. I wasn't on a fucking respirator. Yeah. I literally sat in my house and scratched my balls for 2 weeks.
So if you didn't have any symptoms, what made you get tested? Someone else got sick?
I went to the hospital for a fucking kidney stone, right?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that is the most painful thing I ever went through in my life.
I bet, that's what I've heard.
I've been through a lot of shit. Kidney stones is no joke, man. I stopped drinking soda because of it.
Yeah.
I haven't drank soda in a couple months. But, so I went to the hospital for a kidney stone. I was trying to pass kidney stones. And they did a COVID test while I was in the hospital, and they said it came back positive. I had no idea.
Well, there's a lot of different speculations on the numbers and tests and things like that. I've read some stuff that they're pretty much. I'm not saying this is what happened in your case, but I've heard that they're just pretty much labeling everything a positive COVID test.
Oh yeah, I've seen all the conspiracy theories and shit, and the numbers are inflated and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't buy. Listen, I'm not that I don't pay attention, because I pay attention, but I just don't buy into everything that I see. I don't really. You'll never see me like post anything political. I don't get involved because people believe what they're gonna believe, and they're either gonna be for you or against you, and you're gonna sit there. You can talk to you blue in the face, and you're not gonna get nobody to fucking see it your way. So I just keep my opinion to myself when it comes to politics.
You're probably better off.
You are better off, honestly. It's there's no winning when it comes to politics, and I'm into I get into the conspiracy stuff too, but I don't really talk about it too much like on social media. I try to stay. I used to, but you know what? You just don't win. It's just an endless battle.
It's just not worth it, because it's either somebody believe you or somebody doesn't believe you. Like, that's it. There's no gratification. You're not changing the world with your opinion, because you got, it's split. So
it depends on how the people are too. Sometimes they're they're passive aggressive about it. They don't really care about your opinion. Like, okay, that's cool. You believe that, and then other people take it to heart and like fucking lose their minds.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. Arguing on social media is fucking absolutely pointless. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny to watch.
Because they can say anything they want and not get punched in the face.
Exactly, bro. I used to get so irate with that shit, and then sometimes I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna go find this motherfucker right now. But it's not even worth it.
Hey,
you get beat up off of social media.
Truth, you said that you stopped drinking soda. Is that a big factor with kidney stones?
I think salt is too.
Yeah. Well, soda, coffee, what else did they say? It could be a bunch of different things. I didn't catch the stone when it came out. Mm-hmm. I didn't pass it in the hospital. I went home the next day because I was out of pain. And when they did the sonogram, they said it looked like it was it was moving into my bladder. So I had like real excruciating pain overnight, and then I woke up and the pain was gone. So it was in my bladder by then. So I went home and they said, "You're gonna pee it out." They gave me this little thing to like pee into, where it's got a fucking like a screen that you catch the stone.
Yeah.
So I was at a video shoot. I was actually shooting the video with Ren Thomas, and I had to take a piss. So I went over like behind the dumpster on the bushes by this Home Depot. We were setting up the cameras, and I pissed in the bushes, and I felt like something irregular happened.
Yes.
You know, like
some ain't where it's supposed to be.
Something different happened while I was taking the piss, and fucking, I was like, that had to be it, because it felt like a lump came out of my dick, and and that was it. And then I figured, I shined the flashlight, and they were like, "Yo, we gotta go," and I was like, out. So I definitely pissed it out, and then so pretty much like they say, soda, fucking coffee, Red Bull,
high
like
caffeine, high sugar stuff.
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
because the reason they want you to catch the stone is so they can analyze it.
Yeah,
so
right.
I never caught the stone to get it analyzed, so I don't know exactly what caused my stone.
So your kidney stone's out there somewhere, fucking in the bushes, in the bushes of Staten Island.
Yeah, my kidney stone's probably out there fucking up some COVID germs.
That's fucking funny, man. So let's get into your background, man. You know, a little bit about coming up, getting into music, your early inspirations and influences, and when you started recording and releasing music and doing shows and all that.
All right. I mean, I'm just another regular kid from Staten Island. I grew up, in Stapleton. Stapleton's like basically like the bad neighborhood on Staten Island. It's like where Wu-Tang is from. I was into Wu-Tang. I wasn't crazy about them. Nothing against them. It wasn't my like. I was into them, but I wasn't like I'm gonna listen to Wu-Tang every day type of person. But some influences growing up was definitely Biggie, 50, Stack Bundles, Jada, Cassidy, Lloyd Banks. All the spitters from New York, really.
No doubt,
I enjoyed the bars. I enjoyed the storytelling in the music. And that's it. I grew up. I started writing rhymes. I was like 16, 17. And I put out a mixtape in 2012. But my girl got pregnant, who's my wife now. She got pregnant with our first kid. And I had to make a decision. Do I want to keep trying to chase this thing or, I said, fuck it. And I went to work and I got a job and, I got a house and I set us up. And, 6 years later, I started making music again and it was just different. It was from a different perspective. It was, the delivery was different. I don't know. I had to go through life and circumstances to get a different perspective and feel the music more. And when I started sending people my music, like my friends and shit, they were the ones who were really like, "Oh, you should just put something together. This is fire. This is different than what you ever did." And I did. I put something out, and I kind of blew up out here on Staten Island.
Word.
And then I won a showcase with Wu-Tang kids. They did a showcase. The second generation Wu. They did a showcase. The Bosses of Shaolin showcase, and it was hosted by Hot 97, Hip Hop Mike, and the whole Wu-Tang Clan was there. Nems was there. China Mac was there. There was a lot of people in the building. DJ Tarzan, Kim Coco put that together, and I ended up winning the fucking showcase.
Dope.
And from that, I was able to go up to Hot 97, get a radio interview with Hip Hop Mike. I got an interview with This Is 50, and the buzz just kept kind of climbing from there. And here we are.
Were you doing a lot of shows around this time, like around the city and stuff like that? No?
Nah. I have never. I performed one time in the city, and it wasn't even like my show. It was just I got on a show with V. Henny, the artistry. She's from Jersey. She does a lot of shit. She does a lot of shows, a lot of interviews and stuff around the area, the tri-state area. And she asked me if I wanted to perform at this little spot called the West End, up in the upper west side. And I went. I did a little show in the city, but I haven't done SOBs or nothing like that. I haven't really gained. I didn't gain any buzz from performing. Most of my buzz came from Instagram, honestly.
Yeah, well, what's interesting these days is different from, I guess, back in the day when a lot of artists were doing a lot of shows, touring heavy, and a lot of them are getting signed that way and getting on that way. And now, really, it's social media. I mean, these kids are blowing up on social media first, then selling out shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how it works.
They didn't have social media back then. So.
No, exactly. But it's strange. In a way, because, I mean, I was a kid coming up, going to a lot of shows, and I started performing, and it was strange to see, like, how it changed to, like, the show scene really kind of, like, faded a lot. Yeah. Compared to how it used to be.
Right. Well, that, you know, I've been blessed to kind of be in both eras because I was in the that era before social media where things, where, you know, you had to actually go out and perform and meet people, and that's how people would discover you, and that's how you would get noticed. Now you just have to, you know, have a Hot 16, put it up on with a cool video, put it up on Instagram, and you could promote the shit out of it. And it could blow up, and you can get signed. It's much easier and it's more accessible for people now. But it's oversaturated as well because now anybody could do it. So any fucking retard that thinks they're good, they can go get themselves a microphone and start making videos and, you know, flooding Instagram. And this shit is garbage. And you got more garbage now than there ever was. Because in order to actually get a show back, then you actually had to be nice. You know? So now it's different. Now you just got to be popular. It doesn't matter if you're good or not.
Yeah, it's more gimmicky than it ever was.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like the worse of a rapper you are, the more of a chance that you're going to blow up, you know?
Yeah, because people want to watch stupid shit. That's right.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So were you performing at all on Staten Island? Were you doing any shows there?
Yeah, so what I did was before I won that showcase, I had released an album, and I did an album release party, and I sold it out.
Oh, word.
And the place was jam-packed. And I hadn't even done a show yet. This was just like word of mouth through Instagram and, you know, knowing a few people. And I had the place packed. And that's what got me on the next showcase because they see I could pack a show. So they put me on to the showcase where it was the competition. So I had a decent-sized amount of people come out for that, too. And that was really it. After that, I did I dropped the Winter Project, and that was I did a release party for that. I sold that out as well, and then COVID hit, so we didn't do any more shows. We haven't done any shows.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
So after this COVID shit is over, I'm throwing the biggest banger.
Yeah, let me know. I'll come through, bro. You know what I'm saying? I miss it. So performing and just going to shows. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, bro.
Sucks, bro.
You know, and now I've worked with artists, like bigger artists that will make a bigger show. Like if I throw a show, like Nems is gonna come out, Rent Thomas is gonna come out. Like these big heavy hitters with the bars are coming to my show. So it's not like it's gonna be just an unknown show. Like people know who I am now. So if I'm throwing a show, they want to come because they want to see who I'm gonna bring out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It seems like you got a lot of love and support on Staten Island.
Yeah, it's great. It is. It's great. I love it. You know, people fuck with me.
I've been going to New York for a long time. I got a lot of people out there, but Staten Island's kind of one place that I've never really spent time in. And how is the hip hop scene out there, aside from obviously Wu-Tang Clan, which made it famous?
It's different. Like Staten is like a every man for himself kind of thing. It's not like Brooklyn or Queens where they support.
Yeah.
And you know, they got beef out there too. But
sounds like Providence.
For the most part, it's a lot of support and people fuck with each other, but it's an every man for himself kind of game. You know, nobody wants to see the next man win.
I know how that is.
The mentality of these artists is that they wouldn't reach back if they made it. So they don't think that the next man would do something like that because they wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And me, I just want to see the borough get represented the right way.
Yeah.
We actually just had a kid from Staten Island blow up. CJ, the real CJ, he's got that song Wolfie.
I don't know.
It's a drill record. It's like number 17. It's number 17 on the Billboard right now. He just signed with French Montana Coke Boys. Cardi B was fucking playing his song in her fucking Instagram story. Like the song is everywhere. So I don't know. You can't miss it.
Yeah, that's the sound right now.
And it is what it is, but I don't hate on that.
No.
You'll never catch me like fuck that fuck that music. Like, it is what it is, bro. When I was a kid, they hated our music too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just a generational thing. It changes. The kids, they just want to have fun. But the only thing I'll say about music today is that there's no balance.
I agree.
We don't have any, we don't have any balance.
Yeah.
We can have fun. We can have the fun records.
Definitely.
But we also have to have the backpack rappers and the insightful shit and the good music. It can't just all be fucking crackhead music.
Yeah, there's no like poets and shit anymore.
Well, there is. I mean, on the indie scene or whatever you want to call it, there is.
Not mainstream in the forefront.
Mainstream? No, not really. I mean, you got your independent staples. Like, I mean, Truth's worked with a couple recently, and like you got other people, but the artists that are getting 100 million fucking streams and all kinds of views and shit, it's one sided, like he's saying, and I agree. There's always been party music, and I'm not against party music. Maybe I might even fuck around and make a party track if I feel like it.
Right. You have to. You almost have to, because it introduces you to a different audience that might actually like your other shit. So you have to push your boundaries and try different things, and don't be afraid to try something new. Be melodic and shit like that. Like, you have to. You have to.
Oh yeah, you did that acoustic shit, was dope.
Yeah, I mean, you got to experiment.
That's totally different.
And be diverse, and it's just part of being an artist, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, right. So on my summer project, I did a record called Big Fan. So it's a drill record, and I'm kind of singing on the bullshit, right? So the record came to me because I had opened up my studio for recording time. So I was engineering kids at the time, and this group of kids hit me up. They came through with that beat, and they just got on the mic and freestyle. There was nothing written. There was no like structure to the record. It was just like 7 guys came and freestyled on a beat. So I'm like, all right. So I gave them the shit. The whole time they were in the studio, I was coming up with the hook in my head because I liked the beat. So as soon as they left, I deleted their session and I did the hook. So I sent the hook to one of my boys who's the first person on the record, Big Money Hit. I sent him the record. I'm like, yo, you want this shit? Like, I was going to give it away. I didn't want it because it wasn't my style, but I wrote a dope hook. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm selling it. I'll sell it to you. We'll see if somebody wants to buy it. And he told me, he was the one that convinced me to keep it. Nah, keep it. He put a verse on it. Sounded dope. Then I had this kid, Miggs, come through. He's my label mate on MLM. He came through, put a verse on it. Sounded dope. And then they both convinced me to also put a verse on it to make it a longer song. And then we shot the pool party video. And it was it came out to be a dope song. But if you listen to the song, that's not what you think about when you're about to listen to my music. It's so far from my style. So, I wasn't afraid to put that out and take that chance. And you just gotta, kind of go with it sometimes. Whatever.
Yeah. No risk, no reward.
Yeah. Plus, you're working with other artists too. It's not you're a solo either.
Yeah.
It might help.
Right.
Yeah, no, some other people are pushing it, and maybe that's more their style too. It's good.
Well, that's the thing. These guys are younger and they got that wave, so it was like it was a dope record. It came out dope. I was happy with the record. It's probably my wife's favorite song.
Dope. Yeah, I just actually listened to it. It is a good track.
It's a Big Fan record, right? But that's not what you would expect when you listen to me. You're not expecting me to sing like that, but that's just the way it came out. And I was in that vibe. Being around the younger kids, coming to my studio and record, it rubs off a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of start fucking with some of them beats. Like, oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah. There's some dope. I like some of the production a lot. That style. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm more critical of the actual rapping because being one myself, I'm like, but the beats. I mean, a lot of those beats bang.
Right, exactly. Those sliding 808s, that's the new wave. So here's what it is.
Oh yeah. So how did you end up getting your stage name coming up with The Truth?
So I was there was my best friend's older brother who used to sell weed. He gave us a bunch of weed to sell, and we would go there and he was like this OG gangster kind of guy, and we were kind of scared of him as kids. I was like 16, 17. We were kind of scared of him as kids and shit because he was older. He was like 26, big drug dealer, all tattooed up and shit. Yeah. But we were making money for him, so he fucked with us. So he would always give us more weed and stuff. One time I went over there and they pulled a gun on me, like pretend like fucking with me. and I told him to pull it without flinching, nothing. And he said, "Yo, this thing is the truth," and that's how I gave him. And that's how I got the name The Truth from that day. Every time I went over there, he would call me The Truth. He's like, "That's your name, Truth. That's your name, The Truth."
Oh yeah.
Well, you earned it.
Well, it was. I tell you, I was kind of scared because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if they were just gonna rob me or whatever. But I was just like one of those. I've always been like a fuck it type of person. Like, whatever, pull it, bitch. Like, the fuck you think I'm gonna cry? Like, pull it.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the name.
In that situation, a lot of people would have cowered, man, and probably cried or fucking, pleaded. Sure. There's two things to do when someone pulls a gun. You either fucking go for it or, I don't know,
Right. But my whole thing, like I said, look, my whole thing was like, I also didn't believe that he was going to do it.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, I was like kind of testing him at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, good thing it worked in your favor.
Yeah, I know. It could have went bad, too. That happens.
Right. I could have worms crawling around my skull right now.
Well,
it's the truth right there.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, right.
No, it's funny. It's such a funny story.
Yeah,
when we talk about it, it's like, because now he's like one of my biggest fans. Like, he's my brother now. Yeah. So now when we talk about it, it's mad funny.
Yeah, he's the reason you got the name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Mm-hmm. He was the doorman at my last show.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I had him collecting the money. Like, he's my guy now.
No doubt.
So it's just funny. We have way more stories than that, but
yeah, no doubt.
That one is the early one, like when he first met me, like for the first few times, type of shit.
Yep. Oh, that one the one where you ended up with the name. That was when you first met him.
Yeah, that was like one of the first few times I met him. I met him a few times before that. Like I said, we were selling weed for him, and he was giving us weed and stuff, and I don't know, maybe he was texting me, whatever,
Yeah. I mean,
but I called the bluff, and
no doubt. So you dropped a mix. Is it a mixtape? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. What's the first joint that you dropped? The mixtape. Is it weighted?
Too wasted.
Too wasted. So it's wasted, and the S is a 2. The reason I did that. The reason I did that was because my first joint in 2012 was called Wasted Talent. So I had the intro, the bit where
Bronx Tale.
Yeah, where they're talking about wasted everything in life is wasted talent.
Yeah.
So that was the intro of the first tape, and I had like a whole first project that I put out. It was incomplete because it was rushed. It was incomplete. I had just put it out because like I said, my wife got pregnant with our first kid, and I just wanted to drop something. So I just dropped whatever I had, and then I just left music completely. I didn't promote it. I didn't do anything. I didn't do no shows. I didn't go anywhere with it. So when I was coming back out, I made it like Wasted with the 2, so it's like Wasted Talent 2. And then the actual last bar of the entire project, I say, I went from Wasted Talent to popping bottles and getting wasted. So
that's dope.
It's kind of like an Easter egg thing for people that know me from when I used to do music back then.
Yeah.
And it worked out,
Is the
talent's not wasted anymore?
Is the Wasted Talent project still available digitally or anything?
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud. I don't really I don't really share it or post it or nothing like that, but it's up there. It's on SoundCloud. I'll send you guys a link.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll definitely check it out.
It's a very different and early form of me, but I still fuck with it. Sometimes I listen to it from time to time to humble my ass down a little bit.
Yeah, I do that. I go back. I listen to the old shit, man. You can peep out how different you sound, and the time frame and everything.
The progress is crazy.
Yeah, man. So talk about your 4 Seasons collection of EPs. You got Nems and Ren Thomas on the latest one. Talk about that concept and also the music videos you dropped and how everything came together.
All right, so I caught the idea right after I dropped the first album. I wanted to do something different, but I also didn't want to put out another album. But I had a lot of music, so I wanted to break it up. So, and Flea Lord, who is pretty big underground right now, he's coming up. He's popping.
Yeah.
I might have a record with him on my next project, actually.
Dope.
But Flea Lord was doing this 7-track EP thing, and then Kanye West was doing the 7-track album. And the way that it's broken down, it's like it makes sense because people aren't going to pay attention to an unknown artist for fucking an hour.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit there through 20-something songs and listen like that.
Yeah.
So, and you see the analytics. Like, I put out a 12-track album, and as you get through the album, the listeners taper off the further you get down. Like, they might listen through 6, 7 tracks, but the last track is usually the one that's got the lowest amount of streams because they're not following through. So I said, I'm going to do the 7-track EPs. And I at that time, I had 4 EPs ready to fly. So when I caught the idea, let me do autumn, winter, spring, and summer because it was coming up to autumn time. So I was like, let me do it like that. And I told the idea to one of my friends one day, and he's like this super smart, book smart kid. And he hits me back. He's like, that's pretty genius of you because there's a composer from the 1700s who put out a seasonal composition.
Yep.
His name is Antonio Vivaldi, and he put out what's known as the Quattro Stagioni, which is the 4 seasons, and he catered the music to sound like each season. And I didn't know that until he told me that after I already had the idea. So, I thought it was pretty dope that I was like, that struck me. And nobody had done it in hip-hop yet like that. I never seen nobody do a seasonal project like that. So, and it was dope because it gave me something to look forward to. Like, I knew I had more music to drop. I dropped the autumn one, and I went straight to work on winter. And then after that, I just kept going because I knew I had to get these out. Like, I had deadlines for them. So, the first one, autumn, is really like a few throwaways that were from the project, but I really liked, and a mix. Like the feeling is like a little down, a little bit reflective, nostalgic, if you will. And then winter is real cold and bitter and grimy. And,
hell yeah.
Yeah, and then you get into spring is a little bit more up and new and like renewing yourself type of thing.
That's a dope
and then
idea.
It is.
And then the summer is straight heat, so that's the direction I went with them. And I wanted the covers to have meaning and match the feeling of the project. And it was a dope idea. And then once you have a dope idea like that, rest of the ideas kind of fucking fall in line.
Yeah.
They come the way. You just know that that's the right idea. And that's really what happened with the 4 Seasons project.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's fucking brilliant idea, and it's also dope that a composer back in the 1700s, great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? It kind of came full circle from fucking classical music to hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fucking dope idea because regularly you do change with whether it be seasonal depression and shit like that, and then there's more uplifting in the spring and then hard in the summer. It's fucking dope.
I think it's great. You kind of I don't think anyone else has really touched on that in hip hop that I know of.
Yeah, and it changes your style up a little bit each album, each thing too. You know what I mean? That's fucking actually smart.
Yeah.
Right.
And I agree with you too. And I've talked about this quite a bit. And nowadays with hip hop, the trend is really to drop. It seems like EPs, singles, more EPs, albums. Like, it's just a constant flow of new music coming out. I mean, and artists, that's what artists are doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've just started to really jump on that. I was kind of slacking on it, but I mean, that's like the move, it seems like.
Well, that's the thing, yeah, because you're not going to people aren't going to pay attention, bro, especially if they've never heard you before. Like, you get 30 seconds with somebody who hasn't heard you yet. Like, if they've never heard you, you got 30 seconds of their attention, bro. They're not sitting there waiting for the bar that you have on the second verse or third verse. They're not sitting there for that. So you got to get their attention right away.
Yeah.
And that's why, I always open with some fucking fire.
Right.
So that way, all right, they want to hear more. Now you got them.
Yeah, that's
listening.
smart.
Now they don't hear what kind of music you make. And, that's how you build your fan base. And you keep it short, bro. It's 25 minutes worth of music.
Yeah.
That's somebody's fucking run on the treadmill. That's somebody's bus ride to work.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of time to donate to somebody to listen to their music, So, it's a good idea. And once I started doing it that way is when I really started seeing the engagement go up because now people are paying attention. And the videos, they just, we picked which song we thought was the better songs. for the summer project, I did a video to every song.
That's dope.
All seven songs got a video. So, you know, and the videos, we just picked which ones were gonna go off, we thought, and we just did videos to those ones. And now I got a good video team that they look out, and now I do a video whenever I need to do a video.
That's key. So, yeah, that's key. Every artist should have that. That's why you gotta start making music videos.
He's been torturing me.
Well, it happens to be my best friend who started doing music with me in the beginning. He got into doing videos, and he went and bought himself a whole shitload of equipment. He don't know how to use anything.
Yeah, that sounds like me right there.
So I have my cousin who's an editor. He edits videos, and he hits me up one day. He's like, "Yo," I guess he was out of work, and he wanted to get back into editing videos, and he asked me if I knew anybody that needed an editor that has camera equipment and stuff. So it was like a match made in heaven. I was like, "Yo, my boy bought like $8,000 worth of equipment. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. Why don't you guys team up and show him how to use everything, and you edit?" And I put them together, and then they became my personal team, as well as now I'm giving them the exposure and bringing other artists to them for videos. Yeah. They're making money too, so it's not like it's a loss to work with me. So it's just been working out.
Sounds like it was meant to be. Sounds like that was meant to.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was fate. It just happened to be fate, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Truth, you got a big vibe in New York. You want to talk about being crowned the best rapper on Staten Island?
There's a lot of good rappers on Staten Island. I just happened to win that show, one showcase that was about best rapper on Staten Island, you know? And it's a shame that other artists didn't participate, because there are some dope artists. I'll never be that guy to say, yeah, I'm the best, I'm the this, that. I say it in the music.
There wasn't a lot of competitors for the show.
I'll talk my shit because my music is braggadocious at times, but that's just all. That's the pride. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's like when I do a feature with somebody. Like if I do a feature with you, I'm looking to body you.
Exactly.
Not because I don't like you. No, because I wouldn't expect anything less of you.
Right.
Because this sport, like steel sharpens steel.
Yes.
I'm not going to give you a half-ass verse. You're going to get the full entendre with me. Like I'm going to give you everything I got, because that's what it's supposed to be. That's going to bring the best verse out of you, and it's going to become a dope song after that. You know, so I'll always say that I think I'm the best, but you know, there's other artists that are doing better than me. Like obviously the kid, like I just told you, that blew up from Staten Island. Mm-hmm. He's not a lyricist. I think his bars go something like, "Whoop-dee, bitch, I'm outside. It's a movie. I'm addicted to blue cheese." Some shit like that, bro. Yeah. Like it's not anything like intricate or layered or any like thought provoking.
Yeah, it just rhymes.
Yeah.
He's just cat in the hat shit, you know. And he's just saying some cool shit, and it's on the dope beat, and he's winning because they put the right promotion and marketing around it. But I'll never be like, fuck him, he's trash. Like it is. That's the business of it. You know, do I make better music? Am I a better rapper? Yeah, 100%. I mean, I can really rap, you know, but really rapping doesn't make you successful anymore, you know?
Well, I think it depends too on maybe where you're looking to go or the moves you're making, or, you know, because there's a lot of niches that you can fall into. A lot of successful independent rappers now, a lot of those guys have hustled for a long time, maybe 20 years before they got to where they are now, for example. But it's still possible. I mean, again, it is a tough business, and like you said, there's not enough balance. So where do you really feel the state of hip hop in the music business is right now in 2020?
Garbage. I mean, it's garbage, but like I said, it's just unbalanced. That's the word for it, because it's still fun. Like I could still go to the club and they still throw on dope songs, and you know, it's still a vibe. Hip hop is still very much alive. It's just in a different direction. You know, there's a lot of, you know, Juice WRLD types and emotional singing, rapping, mixed trap type shit going on. Is what it is. I personally, I don't listen to that when I'm driving, but you know, that's it's all opinion, bro. Just like a top 5, right? Like, so my top 5 is probably nothing like anybody else.
Well, get into the top 5.
Actually, I was going to ask you who your top 5 favorite rappers were anyway. So
All right. Stack Bundles is number one.
Rest in peace.
That's who I listen to all the time. And people look at me crazy. Like, I think he's the best rapper to ever touch a microphone. And people who equate success with album sales, that they're wrong. You're wrong, because if you tap in, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But, bro, Jay-Z was a great businessman. He's not a superior lyricist. He's fucking regular.
Yeah.
He's regular. He's a regular. He's not any better than anybody else. He was just a good businessman. Came up in the right time.
Marketed himself correctly. Yeah.
All right. He's not. He's not in my top 5.
Yeah.
You know.
So who are the other four?
Stack Bundles.
Stack Bundles.
You got Biggie, of course. Yep. I listen to Biggie all the time. Biggie, Jada Kiss. I don't know, Lloyd Banks.
Okay.
You got, like, these are the artists that I listen to. And it changes too. Like, sometimes I feel Drake sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean? Yeah, you got some catchy shit.
Right? I feel J. Cole. Listen, Drake, everything he touches is gold. Everything he touches is a fucking hit. Motherfucker could hum on a song.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to a lot of Drake, but I do respect his talent overall.
I'll tell you one thing about Drake. When he first came out, he was way better than he is right now. Right now, he's just trend hopping.
Yeah,
so whatever is the dope sound right now is what he's doing.
Right.
As opposed to when he was coming out and coming up, he was setting the trend. He was the first artist to mix the R&B with the bars. He was he actually has bars if you listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, he can rap.
He could rap his goddamn ass off, but he's just doing it in a such passive
it's what sells right now.
I'll tell you my thing with Drake is this, and I've even, I have a couple of rhymes kind of like this in them a little bit. But the reason is, not because I'm a hater, but because I prior to COVID, I worked in the nightclubs, right? And both of us did. Yeah. And I heard Drake so much, dude, that I was like, yo, I can't stand this dude.
Yeah,
because
everything.
Constantly hearing him. Now, maybe if I heard him less, I'd actually, maybe would have listened to everything and been more of a fan. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, the stuff that he's doing now for the clubs and shit, and that's like every major artist that blows up, right? Their club songs are always played nonstop.
Anything DJ Khaled, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that's another one.
That's what he links up with him. You hear it on everything.
I'm so tired of hearing this. Like,
right. But what happens is, like, if you go and listen to what got them there,
yeah.
Like, it's usually that first album, first couple albums, that first mixtape. Like, listen to what put them on that next level, and then you understand why they're there. And then when you know the business, you understand why they create those records to stay relevant. Because it's now about business and about money and making more money and securing yourself for the rest of your life and building generational wealth. So how do you do that? You remain relevant by fitting in with whatever the fuck music is popping right now.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. I guess I'm too much of a fucking rebel, dude. But I do understand what you're saying, though. It does make sense.
It becomes business, bro. If you think people are gonna do things in music off the strength of loving music, it's not about that anymore. Once you get to a certain point, when you get to a certain point, like, it's about, okay, what can you bring to the table?
Yeah.
Like, if it's not money, what kind of exposure? Who do you know? What kind of connection? It's all about plugging yourself in the right way and being plugged in the right way, and just making the connections. And
now, do you think, though, hip hop might be coming back full circle a little bit? Like, you have groups
guys like
Griselda, Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, right. And I'm a huge fan of Griselda right now.
Me too.
Benny is definitely creeping into the top 5.
Yeah, he's killing it.
I fuck with him super heavy. I love everything he does. And it's straight. There's a rumor has it, Ren Thomas told me this. Rumor has it that Drake and Benny have a record that's going to change hip hop again.
Wow, that'd be pretty insane.
That's the rumor. And the rumor is also that Benny bodies Drake on the record.
Well, actually, there's an interview, I think it's in the Griselda documentary, where Drake is talking about them and saying that they're his, new favorite hip-hop movement, and they're on some fucking 90s fucking Wu-Tang type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so with them getting the exposure that they're getting, they could definitely bring the balance back, and bars become relevant again, and what's said in the music.
Well, Drake would be able to help that for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Drake
he does,
well, Eminem's already helped it.
Yeah.
By signing Griselda. Jay-Z messes with them too.
Yeah.
I think Rock Nation Management. So I think it could be a light at the end of the tunnel for artists such as yourself, such as myself, who maybe don't want to make the most popular style of music at the time.
Right. You know what it is? It's not, and I'll say it again. It's not that I don't like the music. It's just not what I vibe to. It's not what I connect to. Yeah. When I listen, I don't hate it. I got friends that listen to it. My wife listens to it. My kids, my brothers. I don't hate it. It's just that I don't connect with it because I listen to music as like therapy.
Right.
So for me, therapy is not turning up. Therapy is
personal.
Thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So we're in a generation where everybody does drugs, and instead of facing their problems, they run from their problems. Right. So but think about it as it's funny, but think of it like psychologically, right? So people, they're running from their problems. They're not facing their problems. So when they listen to music, they don't want to hear the pain. They want to hear the fun shit because they're running from everything.
Yeah, no, that's a great.
Growing up as a kid, the music meant something. It was painful.
Yes.
And you listen. I remember listening to love songs and shit because it made me feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another thing. There's no more romance in hip hop.
Nah.
There's no more.
It's been a while.
None of that.
Yeah.
There's no more R&B records like that.
Yeah, I know.
You got The Weeknd that sings really good, I guess, on his records. But when you listen to what he's talking about, all he's talking about is fucking mad bitches and doing drugs.
Yeah. But you know what fucks me up is that people, like women especially, they like the most degrading records. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
Wow.
It's just like broke people who like the songs that are all about money and fucking driving a Bentley when you're living in the fucking projects and taking a bus.
Right. Well, because people like the negative. The negative is provocative. You know what I mean?
No, it is.
Why do you watch gore videos?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know why I watch it. It's fucked up, but I like watching people get their heads cut off. I don't know why.
Also,
I don't know why.
The rap now we talked about before, where the rap that we listen to are about the guys that are selling drugs. Now it's all the rappers are talking about doing drugs.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes said that, actually. I saw him live before COVID, and he goes, back in my day, the rappers were talking about selling drugs. Now they're talking about doing all the drugs.
Yeah, Xannies and fucking
all the pills. It's like this pill culture. You know what I'm saying? This big pill fucking is strange.
Yo, bro, and it's crazy because I'm no stranger to fucking doing drugs.
No, I hate. Listen. You're talking to two fucking guys who've done a lot of partying, so I'm not either.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's nothing to me. But you know what? The difference is on Monday morning, I woke my ass up and went to fucking work.
Yeah.
I didn't go looking for another party.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is there's no balance in these kids' lives. They just think everything is supposed to be fun and easy, and it's not. It's not fun. It's not easy. Life sucks. It's going to kick you all over the place, and you got to try and fight through things to get to reach your goals. And it's that much more satisfactory when you fucking actually have to fight for what you want and get there. People it's just a different generation, and it is what it is. I understand it. It's fun. I'm not going to knock on nobody having fun, but there definitely needs to be some balance. And, guys like Griselda, they're bringing it. They're bringing balance.
Reality rap.
Right, reality rap. It's got to be there. There's people that still want to hear it. There's an audience for it, so it's people that still want to hear it, and it's got to make a return.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So, favorite hip hop albums of all time.
Ready to Die is definitely one of them. Beg for Mercy is definitely one of them. The G Unit album, Kiss of Death, Jada Kiss, definitely one of them. I'm going to say Drake, Nothing Was the Same was my favorite project from him.
Okay.
J. Cole, Forest Drive, that was one. Forest Hills Drive, that was one for me. Cassidy had an album was super underrated, the Bars album.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Bars? Yeah, you should listen to his Bars album because that was like no promo. It came out like 2005, 6, 7 maybe. It was super underrated, and I think that's one of his best projects. And I actually like Tony Yayo's Predicate of a Felon.
Yeah, that album's pretty dope.
You know, his first album when he came home from jail.
Yeah.
It used to be a running joke because I used to always get locked up, and my crew used to call me the Tony Ayo of the group because I was always locked up. So I have like a connection with Tony Ayo in that album because that album reminds me of that time period. And you know, anything dope, anything new, I'm not really into. Obviously, all the Benny recent project is fucking fire. That shit is crazy. But just those albums I mentioned definitely like define me.
Word.
You know, and anything, Stack never dropped an album, but anything from Bundles is a fucking fire.
You know what's interesting? I like how I like that you brought up Stack Bundles because I came up listening to his mixtapes, and you know, he definitely was killing it. That was like the mixtape era right there. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Also G Unit. I listened to a lot of G Unit back then too. I was always a 50 fan, still am. And Banks used to be a monster back in the day when I was like high school. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like Banks was Banks
king.
I had like a Best of Banks mixtape, dude, and it was just like fucking, you know, punchline after punchline.
Even all right, so let's do the Hunger for More album.
Yeah.
Let's do the Rock for album. Let's go. Even 50, the Get Rich or Die Trying.
Of course, classic.
So Eminem's Encore album, the Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers LPs, like, you know, basically the big albums, albums that I fucked with. Just a couple of ones that, you know, the Biggie albums too were crazy for me. That really,
of course,
got me. That made me connected to hip hop, and the G Unit Beg for Mercy album is what made me want to rap.
Another classic for sure.
That made me want to rap.
Yeah, man. And Banks, a lot of people don't mention Banks. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know he's still dropping music. I don't know how much he's dropping, but he definitely had a period where he was one of the best lyricists out. Yeah.
Untouchable.
Yeah.
He was untouchable for years. I just don't think he worked as hard as he should have.
Yeah. He was like the smoking gun for G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he just got his money and laid back, and now he's cool. You know?
You know, the music business will probably do that to you too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Hey, right. You got to be a certain type of person. Like 50 is a crazy motherfucker. Like, you gotta be a certain type of person to want to be that famous for that long.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They're still humble. They just got their couple mil and they just chill. Yeah. Invested.
I'm sure they made. I'm sure they made a nice chunk and probably.
Plus, you can still make money on. They make up other deals.
Invest money into things. I mean, that's what 50 does. He's not. Most of his money now probably isn't coming from music. It's coming from his investments.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, Truth, if you could work with one rapper or one producer, who would they be in the future? If you could pick.
Benny as the rapper and producer. Who would I want to produce that? Damn, there's a few out there. Scram Jones,
dope.
Boy Wonder, Static Select, Ninth Wonder.
Okay.
You know, there's a few Kanye.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, man. I always like Kanye as a producer. I haven't always liked his actual albums, but I always thought he was always a talented producer.
Musically, he's a genius.
Yeah.
You can't take nothing from that man. Musically, he's one of the greatest, you know. Obviously, Dre, producer. But yeah, definitely starting with Benny with a I think it would be a Benny and Kanye beat. That's what it would be.
That's pretty crazy. I think that'd be an interesting combination.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, you know, maybe you just put that into the universe. Right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll see. We'll see The Truth featuring Benny the Butcher, produced by Kanye West, coming soon.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would change my life.
Yeah, that's a game changer, I think. And if that happens, don't forget about me on the remix because I just put it into the universe.
You said it. I'll be posting for sure.
So what are your upcoming plans?
All right, so I have 3 more EPs in the tuck.
Okay.
I got this project with Frank B coming out called Bad Fellas.
Dope.
Did I send you the cover art for that shit?
You sent me is that the track you sent? Is that Code Red? Is that with Frank B?
Yeah, that's Frank B and Cole Solda on that.
Okay, cool.
And that's one of the songs from the Bad Fellas project. Did I send you the cover for that though?
I don't think so.
No, I just got the MP3.
Yeah, but we'll post it up though if you want to send it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to post the cover. I just want you to see it like as a sneak peek type shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you can send it, whatever. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. Fuck. I got it right here. Yeah, I just sent it to you. That's the cover. So the Bad Fellas EP. So me and Frank B did some work on my spring project, and after that was over, we wanted to do more music together. So I came up with the idea that we should do it like a Italian rap gimmick, but like making fun of the gimmick, not actually being gimmicky, but like shitting on the gimmick, kind of. And he loved the idea, and that's why we call it Bad Fellas.
Dope.
And we're not taking shots at anybody in particular, but there's definitely some shots, and it's for whoever the loaf is fitting on. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Well, I look forward to hearing that project. Bad Fellas is coming soon. When are you dropping that?
We don't know. We're thinking like the end of January.
Okay, cool.
Maybe mid-January. We want to get the year over with. He's got holiday shit with the family. I got a bunch of holiday shit with my family. So we don't really have a lot of time to sit with it. So we want to, move slow and get it out the right way. Do some videos and stuff. And then after that, I got a project with this kid, Joey Flats from Staten Island. We probably got like 3-4 songs done. And we might just keep it like that and drop it like that. It's like, it's real spring, summertime vibes. So that probably won't come out for a while.
Yeah, hold off a little bit.
It's just up-tempo. It's like club records and stuff. It's still, I still implement my style into it, so it's still dope. But it's just that angle that I was going for with him specifically. Because we did the Fly High record on the summer project where he's singing the Fly High hook. And we did a video on the beach. So after we did that, he also sent me a bunch of records. I threw some verses on the records, and now we're just holding it, waiting for the time to be right because it just doesn't fit the vibe right now. And then I got my own personal project called Truth Be Told.
Is that an album?
It's an EP, 7-track EP.
Okay.
And that's like 90% done. I just got to do some touch-ups and maybe add a verse. And I'm waiting for a Flea Lord verse. Not sure if it's confirmed yet, but I'm waiting for that. and that's about it.
Word, man. Well, so all that will be dropping next year?
Yeah, I probably got a run till next summer.
Dope. Sounds good. So everyone stay tuned for all those projects.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Bad Fellas probably run for January, February, maybe March, and then probably around springtime I'll drop the Joey Flat thing, and then next summer I'll drop the Truth Be Told shit.
Oh yeah. So you guys got to make sure you guys stay in tune and check up with Truth and follow on social media. You want to plug your website, any contacts you got, your social media outlets for people to follow you on?
Just the Instagram. That's really where I'm chatty on there. I don't have a website or nothing like that. You can get everything from my Instagram. So it's the Truth_Staten. You can follow me, and I'm chatty. So you send me a message, we'll talk it up.
Oh yeah.
Word. So everyone follow The Truth on Instagram. You got any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, let's shout out Mike Loco with MLM. He's done a lot of work for us over this COVID shit. He's responsible for a lot of good things happening over the winter sun. Kim Coco, she gave me the start, gave me the opportunity, and got me to win my first showcase. And that's about it. Fuck everybody else.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for coming on, bro. That was good.
Truth, we appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
We're gonna play. Why don't you introduce this track that we're gonna play?
All right. So this is on release on the Bad Fellas project. This is me. I got the first verse. Frank B got the hook in the second verse, and then Cold Shoulder ends it off. And this is called Cold Red, and it's produced by Vinny McBeth.
All right, everyone, check it out.
That's right, boys. Street Corner Soapbox. We're fucking out of here.
Peace.
Later.
I thought you'd be mad.
Man, I'm not mad. I'm proud of you. You took your first pinch like a man, and you learned the two greatest things in life.
What?
Look at me. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
Hey yo, I learned how to count money at the coffee shops on 13th Ave. I was 12 when I hit for like 13 grand. That was the day my father taught me the value of cash. He said you make the money, money never make the man. So true, money make you crazy, make you wanna kill everybody that owe you. Now everybody know you, ain't it funny when you got it and they want it? They pretend to be 100, you ain't even gotta ask bitches to blow you. Blow like a runny nose, long way from bummy clothes. Intoxicated gold diggers go where the money goes. Roll the dice of my life, it's like a movie. Fly shit only, could steal your wife while I'm in the hoopty. Oopsie, look at me now. Went from food coupons to dressed up and dripped out on everybody's list now. Top 5 and I ain't even gotta die for it. I'm on my way to platinum, I just hope that I'm alive for it.
We gotta watch who we speak around now. It's code red. And if you feeling froggy to leap, little bitch, go ahead. Where I'm from, you better keep your mouth closed or you're so dead. Now explain how you're a gangster hero with no bread. Gotta watch who we speak around now. It's a code red. If you feeling froggy to leap, little bitch, go ahead. Where I'm from, you better keep your mouth closed or you're so dead. Now explain how you're a gangster hero with no bread. See where I'm from, you better learn the facts or be forced to learn to scrap. No turning back once respect is gone and you earn a smack. Old timers used to say to keep your nose clean. I guess everybody took that advice, they all taking codeine. Dope fiends, got the bottle of blues and some old jeans. Still live in your mother's basement, that Mercedes is so clean. Was that an S5? I heard you honk up 86th Street blasting ooh oh diamond girl while you test drive. Yelling out the window, white V-neck and a Yankee fit. Frankie spit, leave these MCs burning like a skanky bitch. Fake tough guys asking around, yo, who Frankie with? Get off my dick, I'll catch these balls like a Yankee mitt. Unapologetic, see I am not in the mood. Bunch of bean shooters, they might as well make pasta fazool. Loyalty and trust stripped down, feel it, it's undressed. It's a cold red in this man's world, there's none left. We gotta watch who we speak around now. It's code red. And if you feeling froggy to leap, little bitch, go ahead. Where I'm from, you better keep your mouth closed or you're so dead. Now explain how you're a gangster hero with no bread. Gotta watch who we speak around now. It's a code red. If you feeling froggy to leap, little bitch, go ahead. Where I'm from, you better keep your mouth closed or you're so dead. Now explain how you're a gangster hero with no bread.
Imagine if Gotti never talked about past murders. That's actually a code that he broke, I'm a fast learner. Move up the line quicker, you muscle and cash earner. Crazy glue your fingertips if ever you blast burners. I'm from a part of Brooklyn they making them movies bout. Fucking with us is something I really truly doubt. Had 50 goony Cushions outside with Uzis out. They be spitting them as easy as hocking a loogie out. Full-blooded button coulda, but I'm really not a follower. Game full of wax spitters, you all swallowers. Lines go over your head, I'm a philosopher. Preach about Rome, but I was raised by the mafia. Bets in her Sicilian DNA, check the bloodline. On the front line, soldiers do better when it's crunch time. You know the one you never seen, slap box, but clap glocks and spend the time. How to outthink a Matlock.
We gotta watch who we speak around now. It's code red. And if you feeling froggy to leap, little bitch, go ahead. Where I'm from, you better keep your mouth closed or you're so dead. Now explain how you're a gangster hero with no bread. Gotta watch who we speak around now. It's a code red. If you feeling froggy to leap, little bitch, go ahead. Where I'm from, you better keep your mouth closed or you're so dead. Now explain how you're a gangster hero with no bread.
The Street Corner Soapbox.
If you're a fan of the podcast, you can help support the show by donating to our PayPal at paypal.me/Street Corner Soapbox.
That's right, guys. Make sure to like and share all of our episodes. And for easier access to our show, check out our linktree at linktr.ee/Street Corner Soapbox.